Hey friends, hope you all are in good mood and health. If you want to see yourself in good health, then you must carry on your good mood. But to keep ourselves in good mood is a tough challenge these days of fast life where people are losing patience. Everything we need in a very fast manner and for a time being only, after that we need change again. Isn't it? Welcome to my channel. Arnab Ghosh Psycho, know me. To feel my words better, you may hear what I am going to say with your eyes closed, and you should not be in the hurry. Now let's come to the point. Hey friends, are you into an extramarital affair? Then must see this video. It will help you to decide what to do and what not, exactly. Extramarital affairs or adultery won't just ruin your social reputation but also harm your mental and emotional health. Extramarital affairs are talked about only in hushed tones in our society. Adultery, obviously, is frowned upon. Not many, however, realize that it won't just have an effect on social reputation but will also impact one mentally and physically. Truth be told, an extramarital affairs can be taxing. There can be numerous reasons as to why a person would end up cheating on their spouse. According to Dr. Rahul Khemani, a renowned psychiatrist at Wockhardt Hospital, Mumbai, adultery has existed since marriage has existed. In addition, he says we need to be aware of the fact that infidelity is not always a symptom of a bad marriage. One cannot necessarily correlate it with marital dysfunction. Sometimes it is insecure attachment, conflict avoidance, prolonged lack of sex, loneliness, and years of monotony and repetitive arguments that can lead to adultery. There are, of course, those who cheat because they can. Affairs can also take the form of self-discovery, could have been scenarios, and the search for a new identity facilitated by a lover. Extramarital affairs are burdened with secrecy, clandestine elements, and the fear of being discovered. Paradoxically, these factors actually fuel the affairs and make it difficult to get out. As the affair continues for a long time, the person is left to grapple with the consequences of what happens next and whether to come clean or not. Here's how this added emotional burden can wreck your emotional and mental health. The guilt factor. One might be happy with their lover, but the guilt of hurting their spouse is troubling. This guilt makes them emotionally weaker, bringing a drop in their confidence level and self-esteem. This only causes more stress and mental upheaval. These things cannot be avoided if you are into extramarital affair. It hurts the sense of honesty inside you. It hurts both the males and females at a certain time, but we avoid it or ignore it and practice what gives us a pleasure for time being. The problem occurs when that pleasure becomes older and no more remains such entertaining for us. But that time when we realize the thing is already too late to go back to your original partner, as you have lost all the vigor to go back. It's painful. The fear of being caught. Fear is never good for your mental health. The fear of getting caught starts feeding on the person engaged in an extramarital affair. They keep thinking about what will happen if they're caught, how it will affect their family, and what society will think of them. This brings mental and emotional instability, which makes them all the more vulnerable to anxiety and depression. Overall, a guilty feeling always hurts us, and if such thing happens, then we generally lose our social images and respects. It creates too much pressure in our mind, but we carry on extramarital things as we have habituated into the matter. And secondly, there is always invitation to intimate from your extramarital partner. In such situations we lose control in ourselves and we follow the way we are into, but the inner mind jeopardizes us mentally. This type of feelings is obvious in both the males and females and grows with time. That's the only reason sometimes even after divorce, ex-partners wants to intimate by realizing their guilts, though that's not advisable on certain circumstances. The mental exhaustion. The constant feeling of guilt combined with fear can leave one extremely exhausted. Moreover, undue expectations from a lover can make the case even worse. All these factors combined create stress and mental pressure, adding to the feeling of emotional exhaustion. Plus, being romantically connected with two people at the same time can actually be quite daunting. In fact, that's not possible for a long time too, resulting which the genuine partner starts realizing the fact that his or her partner is acting off loving, but actually he or she is far away from the love track. On the other side, that guilty partner fails commitment of love and respects, and that causes extreme stress, leads to frustration and depression. Damaged self-esteem. Overthinking about the repercussions of an extramarital affair can be extremely damaging to one's mental health. One might end up seeing themselves as a culprit and take the blame for everything going wrong. This thought process causes a blow to self-esteem. Extramarital affairs often lead to feelings of guilt, shame, and utter horror. Leading parallel lives involves tremendous logistical decisions to be made and can lead to fatigue, exhaustion, and burnout. The fear of putting one's marriage on the line, leading to emotional hurt for the spouse and children, can cause extreme distress. There are, however, people who find the idea of adultery exciting and adventurous. Basically, they view it either as a coping mechanism or as a break from their monotonous routine. Needless to say, the emotional burden often weighs too heavy and can affect anyone's mental health, no matter what their justification for an extramarital affair is. It isn't a wise idea to put your marriage and mental health in jeopardy for a few moments of excitement. So think twice before engaging yourself into an extramarital affair. Secondly, if you are into extramarital affair and feeling guilt inside you, you need to think again in restructured way and should take right decision. It's never being late to be in the right path of life. Better late than never. Bye bye for today. Think over the matter with your eyes closed.